Hello, I'm Wayne Visser and I'm in Mexico City today as Director of CSR International with Jorge Reyes, who's Director of IDEARSE, which is a Center for Corporate Sustainability and Responsibility at Anahuac University here in Mexico City. Welcome, Jorge.
Thank you, Wayne.
I know that you've been one of the pioneers of CSR in Mexico, especially the research that you've done. So can you give us your knowledge or your impressions of CSR in Mexico?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you a little bit what happened before working on this CSR topic here in Mexico. I went to Nottingham University at the UK to study responsible business. So when I went there, I had this commitment with my country to come back and to start working on corporate social responsibility and to create more awareness on the business area. So what I proposed to Anahuac University was to create a corporate social responsibility center. I took some ideas from different think tanks in the UK, some other think tanks that were emerging in Latin America, and at the end what I wanted to have here was a different kind of center. I don't only wanted to have a research center, but also I wanted to have action programs and projects that really make a change in the business way they are doing business. So I conformed a team as my staff, and I divided the different areas of the Corporate Social Responsibility Center into executive training and consultancy. We also have applied research, but it's applied and to develop different tools and to apply those knowledge theories and models that are out there to the Mexican reality. And also the third area is the Business Accelerator, which is the largest area from the center, and which is the one we have been working a lot together with the government, with the Ministry of Economics, and with some local governments, from example the state of Mexico. So what we are trying to do is to create this awareness about what CSR is, but not just to do this, but to also make companies to change. For this we have been developing different projects. For example, yesterday we launched the Mexican CSR Managers Network, which is a space specifically designed for directors and managers working on CSR in different companies here in Mexico, so they can share their knowledge, they can ask others, they can learn from the experience, the best practice from the people in their own field throughout different topic sessions and conferences and workshops, etc. So it's a place to exchange ideas. Then
well, I was interested, you were talking about the Business Accelerator program,
yes,
and that's working with SMEs and CSR. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, this project was started in 2004 when we had a big project from the Inter-American Development Bank, and we involved 10 large companies like SMEs, FEMSA, Coca-Cola, Santander, Sony, etc. And what we were trying to do was to influence their value chain and the small and medium companies that are their suppliers, their distributors. So we developed a CSR model that helps them to have a better management of these small companies. This project was from 2004 to 2008, and when it was finished, we decided to continue with this effort, helping more SMEs to transform their business model and the way they are operating in the market. So we start since diagnosis on what they are doing on CSR, and we complement this diagnosis with a SWOT analysis, a leadership test, a climate organization study, etc. And then we design a change plan or an action plan with specific consultancy training or any other things they have to change to improve the maturity level they have on CSR, and that can impact on their competitiveness, their access to markets, etc. So this is what we are doing with them. We execute the action plans, and at the end we perform also these evaluations to see what results we got and what are the impacts.
And what are some of the results that you've seen in terms of improved performance?
Well, we have been working with 129 companies in 11 states in Mexico from every sector, and what we have seen is that the degree they have at the beginning on CSR was about 23% of compliance. At the end of the process, they get a 43 degree of compliance. So there is a 20 percentage points change in this average. Also, they have been improving their sales. They have been improving the relations they have with other large companies. For example, there are some SMEs that simply by saying to potential new customers that they are working in this and changing the way business the way they are doing business, have gave them contracts and engage them in longer and better relationships with their customers. So there are important impacts on these issues.
Okay, which sort of challenges the myth that CSR isn't for SMEs, and also that there's a trade-off between doing CSR and economic performance. But what is your impression, your broader impression then of the state of CSR in Mexico? What stage of development would you say you're at?
We can start by saying that the Mexican market, the Mexican economy, is mainly composed by SMEs. 99.8% of all companies in Mexico are micro, small, or medium companies. So if we want to make a real change on CSR, we have to work with SMEs because they are the majority, they employ the majority of people in Mexico, so we cannot leave this change in the hands of multinationals. In general, what's the state of CSR in Mexico? I would say that we are trying to make a change. We are changing the concept of CSR from just philanthropic actions, just these charitable projects, to a more strategic approach of the issue. There are each day you can hear in the news or in magazines, the newspapers, etc., that many companies are trying to integrate CSR as part of their strategy and as part of the way they are competing with other companies. So I think they are in this stage trying to make it more strategic, but still there is not a systemic approach of CSR. So it's still as an action or programs or things performed by just one person or one department inside the company, but they are still not all throughout the organization in all levels.
Okay, and of course you have some wonderfully inspiring examples like CEMEX doing great things at the bottom of the pyramid. So thank you for sharing your thoughts with us today, and all the best.
Thank you very much, Wayne.